that he sees, because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And a give this time to the tailback. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 57 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On play action, now Garoppolo. And this is caught, Jennings. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Elijah Mitchell with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
The throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now Rodgers. Lewis has it, the tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? Now Rodgers to try again after the pick six. This one swung out here to Jones. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Throwing again on second down. Rodgers complete. This is Lewis. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 75 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Niners continue to pull away here in this first half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow, because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Gold to add the extra point. And this part of the game's been an adventure thus far, but this one is good. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they'll take over with just 16 ticks remaining before intermission. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, this is the 2nd of 4 games this weekend, as we narrow the field down to the 4 teams who will meet in the league championship games next Sunday. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other divisional round game in the NFC. And it looks like we've got a good one in store, as it's going to be the Los Angeles Rams matching up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, in our game, we're set up for a terrific second half. So to find out who will advance to the NFC title game, let's send it back out to Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Returnable here for Davis. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. We'll check on his status when we get back. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff. is on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now, because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
On first down, Rodgers. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Hey, check, Mike 57.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Rodgers completes it left side to the tight end Lewis. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And again, it's Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good game and a first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And able to find Allen Lazard. And he's going to get this inside the 30. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Jones. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 20-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. These Packers and these Packer fans really thrive with the cold temperatures here at Lambeau. And their guys have the lead here with a 1st and 10. On first down, Jones. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time
He's got it. That's St. Brown, touchdown. Packers. Equanimous St. Brown there to make the grab. And the Packers get a score closer. Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, well, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. And they've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go. And that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week, but you wonder how they'll respond with that extra time off.
And it seems like they've been running uphill all game. Crosby with the extra point, and that will cut this lead down to 25. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And the result, a Green Bay score.